Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Text number 34, 10.34. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirtisrirvaksha narinam mritir medhadriti kshama. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women I am famed, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. As soon as a man is born, he dies at every moment. Thus, death is devouring every living entity at every moment. But the last stroke is called death itself. That death is called that death is Krishna. As for fortune development, all living entities undergo six basic changes. They are born, they grow, they remain for some time, they reproduce, they dwindle, and finally vanish. Of these changes, the first is deliverance from the womb, and that is Krishna. The first generation is the beginning of all the future activities. The seven opulences listed fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience are considered feminine. If a person possesses all of them or some of them, he becomes glorious. If a man is famous as a righteous man, that makes him glorious. Sanskrit is a perfect language and is therefore very glorious. If after studying one can remember a subject matter, he is gifted with a good memory or smriti. And the ability not only to read many books on different subject matters, but to understand them and apply them when necessary is intelligent. Meda. Another opulence. The ability to overcome unsteadiness is called firmness or steadfastness. Riti. When one is fully qualified, yet is humble and gentle, and when one is able to keep his balance both in sorrow and in the ecstasy of joy, he has the opulence called patience, Shama. Hare Krishna.
Brihat Samatata Samran Gayatri Chandasamaham Masanam Namarga Shishoham Mrituna Kusumakaraha. Oh, the hymns in the Sama Veda, I am the Brihat Sama, and of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Oh, months of months, I am Margasisha.
Margaret.
November to December. And of seasons, I am flowers bearing spring. Purple. It has already been explained by the Lord that amongst all the Vedas, he is the Sama Veda. The Veda is rich. Sama Veda is rich with beautiful songs played by the various demigods. One of these songs is the Brihat Sama, which has an exquisite melody that is sung at midnight. In Sanskrit, there are definite rules and regulate poetry. Rhymes and meter are not written whimsically, as in much modern poetry. Among the regulated poetry, the Gayatri Mantra, which is chanted by the duly qualified Brahmanas, is the most prominent. The Gayatri Mantra is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam because the Gayatri Mantra is especially meant for God realization. It represents the Supreme Lord. This mantra is meant for spiritually advanced people. And when one attains success in chanting it, he can enter into the transcendental position of the Lord. One must first acquire the qualities of the perfectly situated person, the qualities of goodness according to the laws of material nature. In order to chant the Gayatri Mantra is very important in Vedic civilization and is considered to be the sound incarnation of Brahman. Brahma is its initiator, and it is passed down from him in disciplic succession. The month of November to December is considered the best of all months because in India, grains are collected from the fields at this university
At the time,
at the time
at this time,
and the people become very happy. Of course, spring is a season universally liked because it is neither too hot nor too cold, and the flowers and trees blossom and flourish. In spring, there are also many ceremonies commemorating Krishna's pastimes. Therefore, this is considered to be the most joyful of all seasons, and it is the representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna.
36. Okay. Text 36. Dyutam chalayatam asmi tejasvinam aham jayosmi vasudevas vyasa shayosmi sattvam sattvatamam aham. Translation. I'm also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Purport. There are many kinds of cheaters all over the universe. Of all cheating process, gambling stands supreme and therefore represents Krishna. As the supreme, Krishna can be more deceitful than any mere man. If Krishna chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him on his deceit. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. Among the victorious, he is victory. He is the splendor of the splendid. Among the enterprising and industrious, he is the most enterprising, the most industrious. Among adventurers, he is the most adventurous, and among the strong, he is the strongest. When Krishna was present on the earth, no one could surpass him in strength. Even in his childhood, he lifted Govardhan Hill. No one can surpass him in cheating. No one can surpass him in splendor, and no one can surpass him in victory. No one can surpass him in enterprise, and no one can surpass him in strength. 37.
Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandhavanam Dhananjaya Muninam Abhiham Vyasa Kavinam Ushanas Kavi. Of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva, and of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa, and among great thinkers, I am Ushana. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Baladeva is Krishna's immediate expansion. Both Lord Krishna and Baladeva appeared as sons of Vasudeva, so both of them may be called Vasudeva. From another point of view, because Krishna never leaves Vrindavana, all the forms of Krishna that appears elsewhere are his expansion. Vasudeva is Krishna's immediate expansion, so Vasudeva is not different from Krishna. It is to be understood that the Vasudeva referred to in this verse of Bhagavad Gita is Baladeva or Balarama, because he is the original source of all incarnations, and thus he is the sole source of Vasudeva. The immediate expansion of the Lord are called Swamsa, personal expansion, and there are also expansions called Vibhinnamsha, separated expansion. Amongst the sons of Pandu, Arjuna is famous as Dhananjaya. He is the best of men and therefore represents Krishna. Among the Munis or learned man, conversant in Vedic knowledge, Vyasa is the greatest because he explained Vedic knowledge in many different ways for the understanding of the common mass of the people in this age of Kali. And Vyasa is also known as the incarnation of Krishna. Therefore, Vyasa also represents Krishna. Kavis are those who are capable of thinking thoroughly on any subject matter. Among Kavis, Usana Sukracharya was the spiritual master of the demons. He was an extreme intelligent. He was an extremely intelligent and far-seeing politician. Thus, Sukracharya is another representative of the opulence of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Here Shukracharya is referred as Usana. Usana.